Hello and welcome to a new series on the HJW Gaming channel. This series will be covering all the basics of Lord of the Rings Rise to War for those just starting up. In this first video, I'll be covering all the first steps you go through when joining a new server and explaining all the functions available on the main screen AI. This video will be fairly long and does take a bit of time to produce, so if you find this helpful, please drop a like and please subscribe to see more in future. I aim to upload every Tuesday and Friday, so there'll be plenty more upcoming content. Into the game. When you first load in, you'll be asked to do several very simple tutorial missions. These are pretty easy and only take a couple of minutes, so just quickly click through and then you'll end up at the point where you have your settlement and your first commanders. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to briefly talk through the main screen UI and also the UI within your settlement in very basic terms, which I'll then further break down in later videos. So on this screen here, the first thing you see is your settlement in the center, which is surrounded by many tiles of various shapes and sizes. Then you also have the UI around the outside. So the first thing on the UI is in the top left. You'll notice that just above the map icon, there is a time in UTC. This can be very important, as usually when coordinating within the game, most people will therefore refer to UTC time as it's readily available in the top left. Just underneath this, you'll see you have the world map, as well as three other icons around the map. The most important for these would be the small castle icon. When you click on this, it will recenter your game to your settlement. So if you look around the map, you can just click this and it will take you straight back to your settlement. The other useful one of these buttons is the magnifying glass, which when clicked will give you the option to search for various resources of whichever size or strength you're looking for. You can also look for mobs or bosses. You can search for neutral camps, and you can also search for fellowship resources such as springs or effigies. All of this will be broken down in future. Further along the top, you have your resources information. So at the start, you'll only be generating 200 per hour of each resource from your main settlement. And just underneath this, you'll have your power generation, which is at 0 per hour. In order to get more of this, you just need to capture more tiles. Again, broken down in future. In the top center of your screen, you will have the logo of your faction. So in my case, LOTR here. To the right of this, you'll have the ability points marker, shown by this red Plantier orb, and below that you have your current tile limit. So for me, I just have the one tile with my settlement out of 31. And then to the right of these you have two in-game currencies. One is gold, and then to the right of that you have the premium in-game currency, which are gems. And the last option on the right hand side is the settings icon, which if you click on, you can change various basic settings of your game, such as whether you want to have portrait or landscape orientation, the quality of the game, and how wide you want the camera screen. In the top right, maybe not showing exactly at the beginning, but will appear once you complete a few tasks, you have the in-game shop, shown as if like a little bag of gold gems. If you click on this, you can buy various boosts and items through the in-game currency. Below this, when there are events or tournaments available, you will also see another icon that looks like a sword and shield, which will show details of these events and what you need to do. In the bottom right, you have another cluster of various icons. The first, shown by the having problems look here icon. If you click it, it will take you to the in-game FAQ, which if you want, you can search if you have any queries, and it might be a benefit to you. Just below this you have the control center or control panel, which if you click will bring up showing each of your queues and showing you if any of these are idle. This is a very important screen, as we'll get into later, because if possible you never want to have a queue idle where possible. Just below this you have your in-game inbox. So this will give you various messages from the devs, under the mail option. Also under the battle reports section, you'll be able to see details of any fights or wars that your commanders have undertaken. The scroll icon, if you click, will take you to your chapter progression. This is your personal progression within your settlement. So if you click on this, it will give you the various tasks that you need to do to progress your settlement to the next level. You'll see at the top as well, there is details of various rewards that you can gain by completing these tasks. It's very much recommended that you follow these tasks, as they do help you progress your settlement and give you all important resources. In the bottom right, you have the inn or tavern, which if you click on, to begin with you won't have many options, just the option to recruit commanders. As you progress through your chapters, you'll also have the option to complete various tips for XP, gold or commander respect, and you'll also be given access to the Red Book of Westmarch, which can give you various resources and will be covered in a later video. Just to the left of the inn or tavern is the Mathom shop option. When you open this up, you'll see the option of all the chests currently available. So usually you'll have an event chest. In this case, in season 1, you have the Fellowship of the Ring chest, which grants you respect items for Gandalf every 5 opens. If you click on the question mark next to the chest's name, you can see the odds and probabilities of gaining various items from this chest. And then underneath this, going back, you have the rare treasures chest if you're on the good side, or precious antiquities if you're on the evil side. This chest is always available throughout the season, and if you click on it, you can see you currently have a free chest available to open. You'll get one of these per day, which if you click, you can open the chest for free and will get various items. And once per day, you can also open it for a discounted rate of 200 gems, which is half price. Up in the top right is the wish list option. Within this, you can set which items you want to find within your Mathom chest in regards to commander respect items. And the last thing of note within this section is the exchange up in the top right on the main screen. It's not available to begin with. You have to get to influence 5 first by using respect items on your commanders. Once you do, you can trade in other commanders' respect items for a currency called Mathom vouchers, which you can then use to purchase various equipment and also respect items for the commanders that you desire. Coming back out of here, you have the commander screen. I'll go into this further in depth in another video, but this just shows which commanders you currently have available. To the left of this is the fellowship option, which when clicked on will show you that you do not have a fellowship to begin with, but if you join one, you will also have options within your fellowship, such as to help others with their building, see which other members are in your fellowship, or also to buy some various bonuses using coins gained from helping others in your fellowship. And lastly, in this bottom right, you have the items section, which when opened up categorizes items between 4 different sections, which are equipment, commander respect items, boosts and bonuses, and lastly miscellaneous items. Heading back to the main screen, the last things you have in the bottom left is your ring of power. You'll also have the option to collect power being generated, and then you'll have the in-game chat in the bottom left. That is everything basically to be covered within the main screen, but we'll also click on the settlement and click enter, and you'll see there are more options available within here. To begin with, you'll have very few options here, but as you progress your main hall and build more in your settlement, you will get additional options. I'll cover all of these off here. So the 3 I currently have available is the army section. This is where you can assign or reassign troops to your various commanders. Next is the main hall. From here you can see all of your tiles. You can also see your prestige, which is gained from battling with other factions. And lastly, the gold levy. This is how you make gold. Every 2 hours you have a levy option. This allows you to make gold from all of your troops' headquarters that you can build. The more you upgrade headquarters, the more gold you can levy every 2 hours. Be aware though, you can only store 5 gold levies at a time, So don't just leave these thinking they will gather up, as you will be wasting gold for your keep. Additional options that will come up as you build your main hall up. First of these is the apothecary. This is where troops who are injured from battle can be healed at the cost of grain. You'll also get the market, which allows you to buy additional resources or boosts. This can be used for either resources, gold, or sometimes gems as well. You can also do what's called barter, which allows you to exchange amounts of one resource in exchange for another. In the bottom left, you can see there are two other options, which is first up the build option, which if you click will give you the option to build within your main keep. And secondly, the barracks, which will allow you to hire and conscript additional troops. For now, that's the very basic overview of all of the in-game's initial UI. As I've said previously, I'll be doing further videos to break down the mechanics within and build upon the information presented in this video. If you found this very basic breakdown helpful, please drop a like and please comment, and also please subscribe to see my upcoming content. For now, I've been HJW Gaming, and I hope to see you on the next one.